How you doing, family? Back with another live stream. Um, Here to talk about a horrifying incident with two very young boys that were adopted by a couple in Walton County, Georgia. I can understand why it's just being heard about recently. Um, and I need just to get online and talk about stuff like this because it's important to be talked about because this happens all over the place. And these two young boys were victims of something that I was a victim of. I honestly, I'm no longer a victim of that anymore, which is good. The boys are 12 years old, 12 and 10 years old, not even teenagers yet. They're adopted by a gay couple. Okay, now mind you, what I'm going to talk about next. This is not, I repeat, is not something that everybody does that's in the gay community or the LGBT community. This is very sickening and disgusting. It was done by William and Zachary Zulak. William works for some government agency, and I would imagine in the county or the state or the town or whatever where they're living at. He's 34, and his male spouse, 36, was a baker. These two were caught in a roundabout way by an investigation being done on someone else. Okay? And they found sexually explicit photos and videos of these two adult men molesting, sodomizing, and raping these two boys. I don't know, cry, be angry, both. How these two men even ever got a hold of these two boys is beyond me. They were both convicted on multiple counts of sex crimes against these two children. And they were convicted each to 100 years without the possibility of parole. Okay. These two men were adopted these children. They even advertised it to their friends, told them what they were going to do. They found over 7 terabytes of photos and videos on their computers, or saved somehow onto their computers. You poor little boys. We're going to have such a hard time getting through this. And I hope they're in a good quality therapy sessions with people that actually care about them and want to help them through. Because they're so innocent. Do not deserve any of this. Background checks. They had. I know they had some kind of background check. How extensive it was, you know what? I can only speculate. I'll tell you what I had to do when I got a job as a cleaner at a school system. I had to get fingerprinted and go through a federal, state, and local background checks before I was anywhere near inside working in a school. And if these weren't those fingerprint background checks weren't done on these two men, I want to know why. Somebody wasn't damn well doing their job. Maybe it would not have been found. Maybe it would have. I'm going to tell you what. I had this suspicious feeling if they would have done that, something like this, and I'm not saying they didn't, they would have found something in the past of these two men that brutally tortured these children. "100 years in prison." They damn well got off easy. It's my hope, and I sincerely mean it's my hope, they get put in general population. And it gets out what they did to these two boys. And then they might get what they deserve. Might get what they deserve. How can... I don't know how hard it was to get over what happened to me. These two boys. Keep them in your prayers, your thoughts, hopes. So that's what I'm going to do. What I believe is these two men that did that to these two boys should have been tortured. Fortunate for them, we don't do that here. Those two boys are going to have to live with that for the rest of their lives. And I hope, just hope, whatever therapy, mental health therapy that they can get actually helps them in the long run. Because they deserve the best they can get from here on out. Something good for them. So that's what they deserve. They deserved it to begin with. Something good. And these two freaking assholes, baby raping assholes, deserve to be tortured. Plus a prison sentence. In the sense of going to jail, yeah, they got what they deserved and by having to go to prison. And if they didn't did do that background check on them, because this guy, this one of them works for the government down there, heads need to roll. And what I mean by heads need to roll, they need to lose their job. Because it's incompetent. Children deserve better from adults. All of us. It is. It's horrifying. Really horrifying. Mm. All I need to know, all I know is this when it comes to anything doing with children, whether it be adoption, working with children, stringent background checks need to be done. And in depth as possible. An extreme in depth search. Anyway, like I said, this makes it look bad for the LGBT community, and it is not. This is not. Is not what those of us who are legitimate about are about doing. Well, no, it's sickening. It's disgusting. It's vile. I'm kind of wish I hadn't eaten my late lunch and early dinner before I heard about this. So I got sick. Made me physically sick. And I would imagine it's going to make others sick as well, as it should. Just keep just be. There's this. Another term I heard of because of this, and I saw this thing on Law and Crime. I was on YouTube. I put up Law and Crime. Also heard it from one other YouTuber. And what's sickening is they're coming up with new language, different language for these kids that they bring into doing this stuff with. They've been called lollipops. Just so they can try to not get caught doing what they're doing. They tried to sell them for, well, you know why they were trying to sell them, and still keep custody of them. So, yeah, if here's somebody talking about that term, unless you actually know they're talking about the candy, maybe be mindful and see if something needs to be done or looked into. Children need our protection, and they need protection. So anyway, share the story. Let them know the new term for what these child predators call these types of these children, so others know what to listen for and how that word is being used in context to the conversation. This context also matters. It could just be as simple as candy, and it also could be something as devastatingly horrifying as what happened to these two little boys. Our prayers are out for those two little boys. Anyway, I want to try to see if I can follow up more on it, more information on this story, and get it out at a later time. I'm not sure when, and I'm not sure how long it may or may not take. Anyway, we need to protect our most precious gifts in life, and that's children. Anyway, just want to let y'all know you're important, you have worth, and you have value. Love you all. You have a great day, no matter what part of the day you're in. Till next time, bye for now.